Four on the Floor, brought to you by Citywide Banks. 4 questions, 30 seconds each when you hear the bell.
Yeah.
Okay? First question. Yeah, you're dead.
Off with your head.
First question. LeBron James' tweets are said to be worth $140,000. $1,000 per letter on his tweets. Because if he's marketing something, et cetera, et cetera. What are your tweets worth?
I'm paid not to tweet.
How many followers do you have?
I don't know. It's like, I hate when people ask that
okay,
question.
forget. Well,
it's over 2,000.
Yeah.
I think.
No, Woody has about 145,000.
Yeah.
It helps to be on national TV, of course.
Yeah.
What
are yours worth?
I've got about 38. Mine, they're not worth a damn. Mine aren't worth a damn.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying me to tweet.
My tweets are valued as much as my opinion.
Yeah.
Eric
which is not worth anything.
4 followers on the show.
4 followers just left.
Just left.
Eric Goodman.
I'm tracking it. Yeah, and
Great. I've never tried to build my Twitter following. What's the best way to build your Twitter?
Kidding. Pay for it.
You pay to build your Twitter?
What,
like marketing lists?
Yeah, you
like
can pay
that.
For it. Sure.
Is it expensive?
No.
I need more. My only
later.
goal in life is to have more Twitter followers than Woody.
But you don't admit that you pay for it. Get it?
Oh, I would never tell anybody.
No, no one ever does.
Yeah. Second question. Kiki Vandeweghe is promoted to Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations for the NBA. Okay.
Okay, what do you think
What's
about
the
that?
question?
Well, do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I agree. He has been promoted to... No, I know why you're asking. Kiki was an executive here.
Yes, he was.
He was the general manager. He was the general manager of the Denver Nuggets. Yeah. He's now promoted to this big position. He's been with the NBA, but he's been promoted to an even bigger position. Is the NBA in good hands with Kiki Vandeweghe running the show?
Honestly, I have no idea. I heard through a very unreliable source who gives me most of my information that I use to break news that he hired Nicholas Skidishvili to be his secretary.
Really?
Yeah. Very unreliable.
They must have
source.
one hell of an office basketball team.
They do. They do. One doesn't pass the ball, and the other one, when he does have the ball, doesn't hit any shots. I'll let you pick which one.
I will say this. Kiki knows the game.
He does.
And Kiki is probably best off in a position where he's not making
evaluating
personnel decisions. Because I know this for a fact. If the Detroit Pistons had not taken Darko Milicic with the second pick overall, Kiki would have instead of Carmelo Anthony.
No question about that.
So maybe this is best.
Yeah.
All right, third question. Chase Utley just traded from the Phillies to the Dodgers. By the way, the Dodgers have everybody who's ever made an All-Star game now. Does Chase Utley have any gas left in the tank? 35, 36 years old.
How well was he playing with the Phillies?
Well, not well. And a lot of people look at his numbers from last year and say, well, if he could just be the guy he was last year. Wow. He hit 270 with some power, fielded his position pretty well. But what people don't realize is Chase Utley had a really lousy last 2 months of last season, and he's been terrible this season. He's hitting 217. The thing with the Dodgers is they just lost Kendrick, Howie Kendrick, their starting second baseman. This is a move for right now for the Dodgers. They need Chase Utley's bat, hopefully his old bat, for just the next 2 to 3 weeks in order to secure the NL West. I don't know if they're going to get it because Utley might be one of those guys who, as we say in the business, fell off the end of the table.
Some people will say that a change of scenery will rejuvenate a career.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to knock this guy, but let's really call it like it is. His team has played exceptionally well. But Troy Tulowitzki has looked like one of the worst players in baseball since that trade to the Blue Jays. He has been absolutely dreadful at the plate, even though his team has been winning.
Well, wait a second. He's not hitting for average, but he's scoring runs. He's knocking in a few here and there. He is getting on base some.
When you're hitting about 217, you're still hitting about 217.
And he's fielding his position. No errors in the 10-12 games since he's been there. So he's
217.
shoring up their infield defense.
He's a very good defensive player. I think he's a great baseball player. By the way, did you hear that Brian Cashman, what he said to, allegedly, what he said to Derek Jeter?
In 2010.
Right. I'd rather have Troy Tulowitzki over you.
All right, last question. Are you a beer drinker or a wine drinker?
That's an easy one for me.
Yeah?
I'm a wine drinker.
Are you? Red or white?
I like white wine. I like a Pinot Grigio. I will drink beer when it's really hot outside, but I don't drink a lot of beer. I'm not a beer connoisseur at all, and I'm definitely not a wine connoisseur. I like red. I think it's okay. I'd rather have a nice glass of white wine.
Do you drink with your meal?
I drink alone.
A lot?
With the lights off
Yeah.
when I'm feeling depressed.
And the TV off.
On the roof of my house.
You know me, I don't drink.
Yeah.
But if you put a glass of wine or a bottle of beer in front of me, I would take the beer. Every once in a while, I have to drink a beer.
Oh, I don't have to drink
I have
a beer.
to.
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason. I'll go to Comedy Works, okay?
Right.
And
You
at
have to
Comedy
drink
Works,
there.
there's a 2-drink minimum.
Right.
They know me. They only make me drink one.
Right.
But I still have to drink one. So I'll get like a Fat Tire or something.
Right.
I'll get a beer.
Well,
and I'll just nurse it all night.
It's funny you should say that about going to Comedy Works because my sponsor has prohibited me from going to Comedy Works for that reason.
Okay. You're in that program, huh? The Citywide Banks is the sponsor of Four on the Floor. It's a family-owned, Colorado-focused business bank. Yes, here in Colorado. 12 locations in Denver and Boulder, so there is one near you. They've got a lot of services that your business could use, and they support a lot of charities around Colorado. So do your banking where this show does its banking, Citywide Banks.